Welcome to Onslow County, October 23, and here we are at the beautiful Richlands branch of the Onslow County Public Library. I have to go ahead and tell you, we got a busy show for you today. We have lots of guests and lots of observances. We're going to be talking with Bryson from Onslow County Emergency Services. We'll also visit with our host here today. We're going to talk with Tory and also with McCloud from the Onslow County Public Libraries about all the great things that are going on this October. We'll visit with some friends from Onslow County Health Department. We're going to talk with Leanne Tripp about breast cancer awareness and prevention. We'll also visit with Tyler Moore from the Onslow County Animal Services Department. We'll visit with Samantha Withrow from Onslow County Peers, and also with Samantha Barnett from the Onslow County Department of Social Services. Finally, we're going to talk with Catie Schmitz and Hannah Cowen from Onslow County Human Resources. I told you, it's a busy October here at Onslow County Today. Welcome back to Onslow County Today. And because it is October, we are looking at some of our October observances. And we're going to start with Bryson, our Director of Emergency Services. Norman, thank you for being here today with us.
Well, good morning, Lisa. Thank you.
Now, it is October, and that is always our recognition of fire prevention and fire safety awareness. What are the things that you would share with our audience about the best way to prevent fires in their homes?
So let's kind of go back where we just left off when we were talking about the 1800s, and the kitchens were separate. So kitchen fires are still the number1 cause and reason for fires in the home today. Matter of fact, this year the National Fire Prevention is talking about how to stop cooking fires within the kitchen. So again, it plays all in back a part to it. So the #1 thing is, if you're home and you're cooking, take your time. Make sure you don't get distracted while you're cooking. Know what burners you have on. Make sure you have fire extinguishers in place within the homes. Make sure you have smoke detectors. But please don't put the smoke detector immediately right above your stove, because it's going to then sound off a lot because of the steam and the heat coming out from it. Then you get aggravated. You take the batteries out, and then it's not there for whenever you need it.
When you really need it.
You know, when you start looking at the fires in and around the home, there's lots of different things that we want to talk to people about, making sure you have the preparation in place. And of course, one of the biggest ones is smoke detectors do a lot for helping to save lives in and around the home. So we always recommending to have smoke detectors in the home, have more than one. Nowadays, by our standards, if you're building a new home, they have to be battery backup as well as hardwired plugged into the home.
Okay.
But you know, if you're in an owner home, make sure you have the battery backups. Make sure you have more than one. Make sure you have one that is also in close proximity to your living space or your bedrooms, because a lot of fires occur when people are asleep, and you want to be able to have that kind of protection in and close around the bedrooms, something to alert you to wake you up to get people out of the homes. Here in Onslow County, we average at least 1 fire fatality a year in the unincorporated areas of the county.
So being really mindful, you know, we do have so many distractions in our day, and you're trying to cook dinner and it's after work and everybody's hungry and your phone's going off. So it's that being mindful about what you're doing.
It is being very, very mindful about what you're doing. You know, another thing that we also try to recommend to people is making sure that they have an evacuation plan or emergency plan for getting out of the house. Because the other thing, when the fire department is coming, their job is saved, you know, half of their work is cut in half if nobody's in the home. Because now it's just about putting out the fire. It's not about trying to save a life and finding someone inside. People get very attached to their items, very sentimental with their items, don't want to lose things. They try to stay within the homes, but a lot of that is about saving the lives of your family. So having a place designated outside of the home for people to be able to go to as a meeting point for accountability, make sure your kids know this, everyone in your family knows this. So if you are in a situation that you're dialing 911 because there's a fire in the home, it's easy to get to a point, accountability, and you're able to tell them that yes, everyone is out of the home.
What I'd love for you to talk about are your firefighters, are those first responders, because oftentimes this is a lifetime commitment. Sometimes it's multi-generational. You see, one family member has done this and then it passes on to the next generation. Talk about, one, how important those first responders, firefighters are, and two, if there's a young person out there who might be interested in this as either a volunteer or even a career opportunity, why is that something that you'd love to share with them?
Well, I'm glad you bring this piece up, because Lisa, this is one of the pieces I was going to make sure we get into this segment now, talking about our firefighters. What most people don't realize is that the majority of fire protection provided in Onslow County in the unincorporated areas outside the towns and municipalities is provided by volunteers. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of volunteer fire departments, 16 departments within this county, and even we have one department that the county owns, which is the old Bear Creek Station and a satellite station of Freedom Way Station, that yes, the county owns it, but we still have volunteers that are providing fire protection. So 85% of our fire protection is provided by volunteers.
Wow.
And we need more. That is another thing that we need a lot of. These are people that are not getting paid. They are doing this strictly voluntary for their communities, and volunteerism is decreasing. Since 2008, 2009, we know we had 800 volunteer firefighters.
Wow, my goodness.
Now we're getting around like 420 is all that we have in the county. So we're seeing decreasing numbers. And people don't understand, not only are they there and providing fire protection, they're going out and doing these fire prevention programs. If you have a fire at 2 o'clock in the morning, they're getting out of their nice warm beds, they're going to fight these fires. But they also help in things like your ISO rating, which affects your insurance in your home, as well as the cost. Because if we, the county, had to replace the volunteers that we have today and put totally paid people in for these areas, it would increase our budget by $19 million.
My lands.
$19 million, which would be a drastic tax increase across the board. So we need more volunteers for multiple reasons. And it's also not just about being a volunteer firefighter, it's about being a part of your community. So we're so proud of what all the volunteers do for us in our communities. It is something that we hope that will be able to last for a long, long period of time. The other side of it is firefighting is becoming more and more expensive. We've seen drastic increases in our costing to firefighting in the last few years. So a custom-built fire engine that I could have bought 2 years ago for $500,000 is now $900,000. And so the cost is getting up. Again, volunteerism is great for us. It helps to keep the cost down. It's being part of the community. It helps with your own ISO or insurance ratings that you have in your home. So, we really are proud of those people for what they do, and we want to encourage it to be here as long as we can.
Well, Norman, thank you. Thank you to your firefighters, to your first responders, and thank you for joining us today to share these important tips.
Lisa, thank you for the time for us to talk about it.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and we are with our host this morning. We are so glad that we are here with you all. We are at the Richlands Branch Library, and this is Maya McCloud, our youth services person here. Tory Parks, who is media and communication for the entire library system. And you all opened the doors up for us so that we could have this kind of very special time with your library, Maya. And this is a really special place. I hate to say, oh, is this your busy season? Because I watch you every day, Maya, be busy with all of our children here, our students here in Richlands. And so we want to talk about, one, things that you have coming up this month here in Richlands and sort of the regular programming that you do. And of course, Tory, you got to cover everybody.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about what's going on in our Onslow County Public Library system. So Maya, we'll start with you since this is home base for you, this awesome place. So let's talk about what's going on at the Richlands Branch Library for children and students.
Well, I do story times every Wednesdays and Thursdays at 10:30. It's a family story time, so you'll see like a bunch of kids coming through. We sing, dance, read stories. I always do some K through 5 programs throughout the month. I do have Buccaneers, which is a genre book club. I don't force kids to read. I just pick a genre and then they read whatever they like and we talk about it. We have Art and More, which I pick a project. We just have fun painting and then full steam ahead. But we do have some special programs coming up. We have our cookbook club is growing.
Oh my gosh, and it smells so good.
It is.
Every cookbook club.
So it's an adult program. We pick the cookbook and people pick recipes from the cookbook and we just bring it. If it fails, it fails. If it's successful. And we eat and talk. So it's wonderful.
And I hear you're very strict. We got to follow that recipe.
Sometimes. My recipe right now calls for arrowroot powder. And so I saw that I could substitute with cornstarch, which I have. So we are lenient, but we talk about what we change. Okay. Because I understand, sometimes you can't find the arrowroot powder.
Right.
And then I will have a Saturday story time. And this is more for the working grown-ups so that they could come with their kids. And that is October 14th at 10:30 here in the library. So I'm excited about that. And then I will have an adult trivia night again. It is going to be Halloween themed. And that is going to be October 19th at 5:30. So
challenge accepted.
Yes. There is going to be North Carolina trivia too. So
Okay. Trivia is my thing. I love that, Maya.
Should join.
Awesome things. Richlands is a beautiful branch. It's such a light and happy place. And so we love everything that you do. We love everything that you do here, Miss Maya.
I am very fortunate.
Now, Tory, you got to cover everybody else because there's so much going on in our libraries.
Yes.
So let's start with, it's October. What's going on?
Okay, so for Main Library this month, we have our Bad Art Night, which sounds a little crazy, but basically your purpose for that night is to create the worst art that you possibly can.
Okay.
So, if you're not the best artist, you might be really good at that one.
Okay.
We also have our homeschoolers meet up Monday. We've been doing a lot of work with our homeschool community lately. We just recently had some homeschool students come in and tour the library, which was really fun. They got to go behind the circulation desk and see all of IT and how everything works. So those are some exciting programs coming up in October for Main Library. In Sneads Ferry, we have an eclipse party going on.
Yes.
They have ordered quite a few glasses, and when I say a few, I mean like a few hundred.
Right.
So everyone in the county is more than welcome to go to that. It should be pretty popular. It is on a Saturday, so that's exciting. In Sneads Ferry, they also still have their Mission Discovery program, which is a NASA science program, and it is 3 hours. It's geared towards teens, just because it is a lot of information, but it's very interesting, and they get to do some hands-on things. So that will be going on throughout October and throughout November as well. In Swansboro, we have your Do You Want to Build a Scarecrow?
Okay.
So that'll be fun. They will get to build a scarecrow that they can go put in their yard for the month of October and throughout the fall if they choose.
There you go.
And then in Swansboro, we also still have the Digital Learn classes for our friends that are new with technology and they just need some help with some computer basics and anything technology related, because we know times are changing. Every different device that you use is different. So if you need help with that, we still have our Digital Learn program in Swansboro.
Fantastic. So here's the thing. Fundamentally, we always associate our libraries with books. We all love the feel of a book, the smell of the book, all of those things that we associate with happy feelings and comfort that books bring us. But you all do so much so that we can't list it all here today. No. But that's the best part, is you have great websites, social media, newsletter. Tory, tell us a little bit about how we can find you.
So you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Our website is always a great place. Our website contains all of our programs that are listed out, but it also has an actual PDF of our newsletter. So if you can't make it into the library to get a physical copy, you can always find it online.
Fantastic. Maya, I know you've got to get ready because it's time for story time very soon.
Yes.
So we're going to let you go. Thank you both for letting us be here with you today. And I am looking forward to the songs that I get to hear drift into my office every day, Miss Maya. So thank you for your time and thank you for sharing your space with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today. And joining us is Leanne Tripp, a registered public health nurse here with our own Onslow County Health Department. Leanne, thanks for being with us.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Now, we're going to talk about something that has touched everyone's life. I don't think that there's not one of us in this world who has not either had a loved one or a friend, a colleague whose life has not been touched in some way by breast cancer. We want to talk about that because this is October and we want to always bring awareness and education to our viewers. But you run and work with a very special program at the Onslow County Health Department. Share with us what that program is called.
I do. So it's the Breast and Cervical Cancer Control Program. The acronym is BCEP. It's a state and federal funded program that offers free mammograms and also cervical cancer screenings for women who are eligible for the program.
And what are some of the criteria?
So you have to be uninsured or underinsured. So if you have terrible health insurance that doesn't cover mammograms, you have to have a certain income less than 250% of the federal poverty level, based off your household income size. And we prioritize people who have risk factors for breast cancer.
Okay, so perhaps pre-existing medical condition or family relationship.
Yes.
Okay, so we know the rates of breast cancer in this country. We won't talk about statistics. We know all of our lives are touched by it.
Yep.
But we also know that there are so many things that we can do that can help us prevent or detect it.
Oh, yes.
So let's talk about first, what are the lifestyles that choices we can make in terms of avoiding some of those risk factors?
So the risk factors that you can avoid or have an impact on would be your basically your general health. So exercising regularly, maintaining a healthy weight, not smoking, and basically doing your monthly breast exams yourself.
And then certainly that early detection is so key.
Yes.
So first we think about just our general healthy life choices, diet, exercise, those things that keep us healthy in all regards.
Oh, yeah.
And then detection or early detection. And we're going to talk about self-exams and then, of course, the need for mammograms and awareness. So please share that with us.
Yes, so we guide every woman to do a self breast exam every month on your own. You can do it in the shower. You can do it whenever is most comfortable for you. We at the health department, we offer these little shower hangers, and it has a spot that every month that you do your breast exam, you just pop out that month as like a little reminder that you've already completed it. And you can basically detect something on your own. You're your own body. You're going to know what's different for yourself better than anybody else, better than your doctor. So by doing it yourself every month, that's a great start. You should also be seeing your doctor, whether it's your GYN provider, your primary care provider, once a year. And they're also going to do an exam every year just to make sure they don't detect anything as well.
And, I think that that's so key. Sometimes, and we've heard, 1 month everything seems fine, the next month suddenly that's a little off. And we shouldn't push that to the back of our mind, right? The importance of early detection, but also the importance of let's go ahead and take action.
Yes, and cancer treatments these days are so advanced that catching something at an early stage, you're going to have a great chance of survival. The treatments aren't going to be as harsh as you may imagine. So being able to catch things quickly and early is definitely key.
Now, talk a little bit about the health department's role in this, because your job is not, we know in public health, we don't treat sick patients. Your job is to keep the well.
Yes.
Talk about the commitment of the Onslow County Health Department to helping women with cervical and breast cancer screenings. Because you all don't have the giant mammogram machine.
We do not.
But you partner with agencies.
We do. So we partner specifically with our BSEP program through the Imaging Center for Women at Onslow. We have a great relationship with them. We can easily send our patients, to them to get their mammograms done. They also have a program that can offer financial support for programs for the mammograms.
And so what you do with them, the partnership that you have with Onslow, allows women who may not have that regular healthcare provider to do that.
Yeah, so we have, we call it our Family Planning Women's Health Clinic. We see, up to 40, 50 patients a day. We will see women who don't have insurance, who have insurance, who don't have a primary care provider. If you're well and you're a female, even males we see in our clinic, we can definitely get you in. We'll do breast exam right in our clinic. We'll get you an order set for that mammogram appointment. We can help you get scheduled over there at the imaging center. And it really doesn't take that much time out of your day. Even just 1-2 hours of your year will help you detect breast cancer early.
Well, I heard you say, we'll help you. We'll help, that's sometimes just the scariest part is picking up the phone. I don't know who to call. How do I even get started? You all really do help guide your patients through that process.
Yep, you can reach us through Facebook. You can message anybody, Onslow County Health Department, and they will get you to who you need to talk to get set up with an appointment.
Now, because it is October, we're going to be very mindful of this, but it's not just an October thing.
Nope, it's all year, but you can definitely take this time to remind your family, your loved ones, to make sure that they've done their yearly mammogram. Now is a great time if they haven't done it during the year. A lot of insurance plans do want you to get all your annual preventative screenings done during the year. So, once October hits, the year is kind of almost over. So It's a good idea to get it done, get it on your radar, and get yourself taken care of.
Because the next 2 months anyway, November and December, I'm too busy, I've got things to do.
People definitely put their own self-care in the back burner for the holidays, so now's the great time to take care of it.
Leanne, when people do want to reach out to the health department, you all have a wonderful website. You have a great social media. Talk about just the philosophy at the health department that you all want Onslow Countyans to be the best and the healthiest that they can be.
So we want to take care of our county. We want to increase, the health equity of our county. If there's anything that's keeping you from getting to our clinic, please let us know. If it's transportation, if it's money, if it's family support, childcare, let us know, and we will definitely try and break that barrier down and get you seen.
Fantastic. Again, I'm so grateful that you're here with us to have this conversation. Remind people one more time the importance of early detection and prevention.
Yes, so yourself, your family, your mom, sister, daughter, aunt, grandmother, it's going to save your life if you can catch it early.
Thank you so much, Leanne. We appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and joining us now is Jessica Edwards, Recreation Specialist with Onslow County Parks and Recreation. Jessica, thanks for being here with us.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
So, we want to talk about October and all the wonderful fall events. I know you all just came off of a big barbecue event. I know everybody's tired, but we're shifting gears.
Shifting gears.
Shifting gears. It is October. You are ready to roll. It's a busy sports time. It's a busy recreation activity time. And so we want to talk about some of the things that you all have slated for the calendar this month.
Okay, let's jump into it.
All right, so first things first, we know you have been doing some really fun programs for kiddos, Park Pals. Tell us a little bit.
Okay, so Park Pals is geared for ages 3 to 6. This year the theme is Falling for Fall. So we'll be doing it at Hines Farm Park and Stables instead of Onslow Pines, which is our traditional route. We're going to be doing some fall-themed pumpkin activities and a little wagon ride.
A wagon ride, so sort of like a hayride around the farm?
Hayride around the farm.
That will be fantastic. What a beautiful place and a beautiful time of year to explore.
It's the perfect time for the fall.
So what else have you got going on?
We have our younger kids program, which is My Grown Up and Me, and that one's going to be called Pumpkin Party.
Okay.
And that is also going to be at Hines Farm, and we will also be doing a wagon ride around the park for that as well.
So with a couple of those events, there's a slight registration fee and registration. I'd love for you to tell folks about how easy it is to use Rec Desk to sign up for those activities.
Okay, yeah, so you just go to onslow.recdesk.com, create an account, and then you can register for any program, athletic event, any kind of large event or special event we have. It's all through there.
Create that account. It's super easy to use.
Super easy, very user-friendly. You can do it on your phone or on your laptop or anything like that, yeah.
All right, so Park Pals and My Grown Up and Me, which I love that idea. And then what else have you got coming up?
We have Kids Night Out, and that is always a big hit. Parents can definitely use a night off. I know that I can. Drop your kids off, leave them with us for 4 hours. They'll have pizza, a movie. This program is going to be Nightmare Before Christmas themed. So a little bit spooky, but still very kid-friendly.
Okay, what's his name, Jack?
Jack Skellington.
Jack Skellington. Okay, so a little bit more spooky.
A little bit spooky, but very kid-friendly. Ages are 5 and up.
So with Kids Night Out, a little spookier this time, but there is a slight fee that goes with that, but that covers everything, right?
Yes.
So that's food, that's entertainment, that's really essentially that whole 4-hour time. Tell us a little bit of the fee associated with that is?
It is $20 per kid, and then there's a $5 discount for a sibling, so $15 for a second child.
So for mom and dad, for, your grown up in your life who maybe just needs a night, maybe a date night, for them, this is great opportunity.
It is. It's perfect. Your kids are in great hands. You know that they're safe. They're well taken care of. They're going to come home and be ready to knock right out for the night.
So with that event, are we wearing costumes? Are we not wearing costumes?
Costumes are totally welcome. It's right before Halloween. Definitely come in your spookiest gear.
All right. And then, of course, speaking of spookiest gear, it is time for Trunk or Treat at Onslow Pines, one of my personal favorite events. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so right now we're accepting vendors for our trunks. We would love everybody to come out, decorate, give out candy. It's great for the kids. It's great for the community. So many people come out. And we're going to have Fairy Tales Youth Theater is going to do a performance of their Hallmarks of Horror at 5:30, so you definitely don't want to miss that. And if you have the best trunk, you get to take home the trophy.
I'm not bragging, but I am. There just happens to be a giant trophy in my office.
Okay, well,
but that's okay.
Do you get to retain it this year?
We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. But really, I love this event because there are truly thousands of children who come out. Families, I love the family costumes where everybody dresses up, not just the littles, but the grown-ups in the household too. I love the themes. Last year I saw the entire cast of Star Wars walk past our booth, so it's pretty spectacular.
It is.
And again, what a fun, free family event to attend.
There's a lot of communities within our county that don't have walkable neighborhoods. So it's really important that we have somewhere for kids and families to go, that they can still put on their costumes and they can still trick or treat and they get to experience everything. And for the kids who have neighborhoods that they can walk, bring them out. Well, it's a little extra candy.
You know what? There's a lot of extra candy.
It's a lot of extra candy.
It is fantastic. So what else is going on? We've covered our Park Pals and our grown-ups and our kids' night out. We've got Trunk or Treat. I mean, October is chock full.
It is very
for you
busy.
all. Anything else you want to share?
We have basketball and cheer registration open. It is open. It is. It's open till October 20th. It's $45, and I would say jump on it because it does fill up. And those teams, we need more kids. We need our youth busy.
Okay, there's that next. I'm just going to go very old school and traditional. That next Michael Jordan might be out there.
Absolutely. And we really want to encourage kids to stay fit and stay active and be, an active member of their community. Get out there, and sportsmanship is such a huge part of growing up and learning how to be a young adult. So,
and sportsmanship and teamwork, regardless if it is a sports team or a work team or working on a school project as a team, the idea of collaboration, you all build that within your kiddos as well.
Absolutely, and we like the competitiveness. We want our districts to be competitive, but we have to remember we're all in the same county, we're all wearing the same name on our jerseys.
Awesome. How about coaches? Do you need coaches?
Absolutely.
You need coaches?
We always need volunteer coaches. All of that can be done through our website. Again, that's onslow.recdesk.com.
Fantastic. Again, we've talked about Rec Desk. Let's make sure that people know that you all are so active on social media. Make sure that people know about that as well.
Yeah, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Onslow County Parks and Recreation, and we put everything out there. Any event that we have going on, any program, it's always out there so the public knows. Definitely follow it.
Fantastic. Jessica, thanks for being here with us today. We are looking forward to lots of fall fun with Onslow County Park and Recreation.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today. And joining us is our friend Tyler Moore from Onslow County Animal Services. How are you today, Tyler?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. We've not been able to visit for a while, and I know you all have been busy. But October, we have been talking about all of our observances and special events and activities. And at Onslow County Animal Services, you all are joining in on the October fun as well.
Absolutely. The fall is a great time to do it.
Now, you have a very special event, I understand, coming up. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so right now we're attempting to get back or have the community come in. So what we're doing is we are going to have like a evening fun again. We're planning to have some vendors. We're also going to do like a little bit of a trunk or treat with our volunteers.
Okay.
Inside the shelter, and then we're going to have a movie playing and a story time while we also do adoptions, hopefully.
So really it's about, you know, when we bring our families in to look for that new forever family member,
Yep.
You've got some extra things there for us.
Yes.
And what night are you planning that for?
So that'll be October 21st from
Okay.
5 to 8 p.m.
5 to 8. Come in. And we know October is Adopt a Shelter Pet Month. What a perfect time for y'all to do
Absolutely.
this. You have the cutest postings when you make those family connections.
Oh, yeah.
I love to see those.
I think a lot of the community loves to see them as well, and we love to share those.
They are adorable. And when you say, I can imagine when one of those puppies kiss their new family member, that's just it.
Yes, I think that's a lot of what we enjoy doing at the shelter. That's kind of our end goal, is to be able to find a happy placement for somebody and for the dogs and cats that are there.
And you all provide such great education, because when you are bringing that puppy or kitten or sometimes rabbit, right, into
Yeah, we
your,
get a lot of those too.
into your household, you all help really with education as well, because that is not just a one-time, oh, look how cute. This is a commitment.
Correct. And we want to support any of our adopters any way that we can. We take a lot of phone calls giving some education. We try to do that on the forefront too when we do the adoption too. So anything that we know about the pet, we will pass it along to try and help. And any questions you got, we'll do our best for you.
Now, you mentioned that this is a trunk or treat event for your volunteers. You've got a movie going. We're coming in and we're meeting all of those wonderful adoptable pets. Yes. But, you know, sometimes, especially when we get into the holiday seasons, kicking off with Halloween, it can be stressful on our pets. And you have some really good advice about what to do this time of year.
Yeah, so obviously it's our busy time too for a lot of people are visiting everywhere. So some recommendations are, biggest one is just keep your pet at home. And when they're home and you have people visiting, keep them in a safe spot.
Okay.
So we don't want them bolting out the door, you know, so keep them in a crate while you have people visiting. Or if you have kids coming over, the costumes are scary. And that can lead to some negative things to happen. So always recommend that you keep your pet in a safe spot while that's happening. Don't take them out. Don't force costumes on them for the Halloween, you know. Or some people like to do Thanksgiving and Christmas costumes.
So we're just being mindful, because that's a stressor. So if they're not into costumes, if they're being stressed out by that, don't put rabbit ears on your puppy. My dog barks when the TV doorbell rings.
Oh, yes.
Not just my front doorbell, any bell.
Yep.
And she's off. So that's going to be a stressor as well with all the trick-or-treaters coming. And then, of course, we want to be mindful, because when that big basket of candy or that big bowl of candy, or your kiddos bring home their candy, this is not the treat for your creatures.
Correct. Don't share with them. Usually that can cause some really big sicknesses or obstructions, you know. a lot of money that goes into saving your pet after that.
So not just chocolates, but the wrappers and everything associated with it.
So just keep it safe, keep it put away, keep your pet safe.
Well, you all have a great presence, like I said, on social media. Let's make sure that people know how to get to your special adoption event that you all are doing on October 21st.
Yep.
And then these safety tips, you all are great about sharing those. Tell us again, how do we learn more, Tyler?
Obviously, following us on Facebook is the best way to keep up. We also try to do our best to keep the website updated, too, with any events or things that we've got going on. But Facebook is truly the way to do it.
Very good.
For any events or little things happening at the shelter.
Well, we are so glad that you are here. Thanks for sharing about your special event on the 21st. And we're always going to be mindful about keeping our pets safe on the holiday season, but really all year long.
Yes.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today. And joining us now is Samantha Barnett with the Onslow County Department of Social Services. Samantha, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to get into the thick of it because there's a lot in the news about Medicaid expansion. We want to make sure that our public is well informed early on in the process. With the adoption of the North Carolina state annual budget that incorporates and includes Medicaid expansion, there's been a lot of conversation leading up to this, a lot of anticipation. But we're not quite there yet. Just the budget's been adopted, but it's not go time.
Correct.
All right, please share that. Please kind of share that timeline.
So right now with the expansion, the state has officially listed a start date of December 1st of this year for expansion. And it's going to be a really good benefit for people to enroll in that haven't been eligible before. And it's an opportunity for a lot of our clientele in our area to be potentially eligible for Medicaid.
Now, the other thing, before we even talk about who could potentially be eligible with the new expansion in December, is we currently have folks enrolled in Medicaid. That's not going to change. Please let us understand how that works.
No, if they're receiving current Medicaid benefits and they are a full benefit, then their benefits will not be impacted or changed in any capacity.
So we want to assure folks does not affect you.
Correct. It will not affect them. The ones that it will affect are the ones that are receiving a minor program, something that's small like family planning or like an MQB program, Medicaid for qualified beneficiaries. That'll allow us to evaluate them for a higher coverage.
All right, so this could potentially increase their coverage opportunities. Yes, ma'am. All right, so as we're looking forward to that December 1st sort of opening date, that enrollment date, there are some things though that perhaps you might want folks who are thinking about this that they might need to be pulling together, some sort of preparation for that date.
Yes, so anyone between the ages of 19 and 64 could be eligible for this expansion. We have received that notification that it has increased the federal poverty guidelines to 138%.
Okay.
So we would just need proof of, you know, what they normally have for income, residency, and then of course they would just need to apply if they haven't already receiving a benefit or haven't have something already pending.
Okay.
So they can apply through our ePass website. Mm-hmm. We definitely encourage that. They can call in, we can mail them out an application, or they can choose to come into the agency. It might take a little longer for them to see somebody face to face, but we are open.
I think it's really important to point out the ePass really is convenient. We're in the library today. Even if you don't have computer service at home, you don't have a computer or internet service at home, public spaces like this are great places to get assistance for that.
Very much so. The ePass website walks you through the entire step process, and even if you don't 100% fill out every question, as long as it's submitted, it'll come to us and we'll be able to start that evaluation process.
Okay, so getting your information together, preparing, and then not necessarily even having to go to the CHS building into the agency to apply. It can be done online. You also have a tremendous team of very helpful folks with any questions. Can we go ahead and give you all a call and say, I think I'm eligible. Can you kind of help me prep for that a little bit?
You can. We don't have 100% of a dedicated piece of policy to really go into a lot of details, but we can certainly, look and see what they are receiving and then compare it to what we're going to receive as the time comes on for policy.
Okay, so we even don't have all of the pieces of the puzzle are still being assembled, if you will.
Yes, but if they do come in to apply, it is a 45-day application, and if we have everything we need, we do tend to good potential possibility of processing it before that 45th day.
Fantastic. Samantha, for folks who just have curiosity questions in general, what's the best way for them to learn more about the opportunities and the services that DSS provides?
So you can go to the Onslow County website. We do have information for our CHS building, which is where DSS is located, and they'll go over the different programs we do offer. You can always come down to check us out. We do have resources available for just a good chunk of anything that you might need in Onslow County. And then, of course, you can always give us a call at the agency number, which is 910-455-4145.
Fantastic. And for folks who are not familiar, our CHS building is still a relatively new building. We know where the old health department was. We've now consolidated. Tell us how to find the CHS building.
If you are in downtown, it's the brand new 3-story building where the health department used to be on College Street. On
College Street there. Well, Samantha, thank you one more time. Give us that date, that all-important date that we'll know much more and we'll be ready to launch Medicaid Expansion.
Officially December 1st of this year, we will be able to start evaluating and accepting benefits for expansion.
Well, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming in early, prepping folks, preparing them as they see things on the news or they start to see advertisements. They see that budget's in place, but we still have to take just a minute.
Oh yes, we're already getting the phone calls and emails, so I do anticipate it to start getting busy, but I'm excited for our community to be eligible for benefits.
Absolutely. Well, Samantha, thank you for what you do in service to our community and our citizens. And we look forward to talking with you again soon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and joining us is Samantha Withrow. Samantha, we visited back in the spring with Cherish the Child, and now Piers is planning your signature fun event. This is your 6th annual Masquerade Ball coming up, and tickets are officially on sale, I understand.
Yes.
Okay, so it's Halloween. We're already talking about Masquerade. You all are going to do this special event in January. Tell us about it.
So the Masquerade Ball, it's a fundraiser that goes over for all of our programs. So it helps support the things in the Piers house that we don't normally think about. So the upkeep of the home, it does provide additional support for our parent education program, and just anything that a client might need that one of our programs doesn't already help fund.
Okay.
So it's a really fun event. It's a dinner, and we have a live band, and there's a bunch of different games that you can play, and then you can win prizes from playing the games. So we have about 12 to 15 different prizes that you can win, and each prize is valued at $200 or more.
Wow.
So and it's a really fun event.
This is a super fun event. I had my fabulous mask. My husband wore a fabulous mask. I was very proud of him. But let's talk about the specifics, the date, the time, the location. Where are we going to be?
So the event is January 20th. It's from 6 to 9 p.m. and we're going to be at the Swansboro Rotary Civic Center again this year.
Oh, great.
We had a really good response to it last year. Even though it is a little bit of a drive, considering where all of our other events are in the heart of Jacksonville. Sure. But people really enjoyed the space. It was, it's not as big, but it makes it a little bit more cozy with still having plenty of space to be able to get up and dance if you want to enjoy the band.
It's a super venue, venue. Do you already have your band set?
We do.
Who do you have this year?
We are, we just locked in Freeway.
Fantastic. The crew from Freeway is awesome.
We love them.
That is going to be terrific. So you've got Freeway. Again, the day and the date of the event?
January 20th from 6 to 9 p.m.
From 6 to 9 p.m. in Swansboro. But tickets are on sale now because they do go fast. I know you all have options for individual or couple or table tickets. Tell us.
So if you want to purchase in person, you can come to Piers or you can go to one of our board members. They also all have tickets. If you want to just buy one single ticket, it's $55. If you wanted to buy a table of 8, you get a discount, so it's $400 for the entire table.
For the entire table.
If you don't want to, track someone down or come to Piers, you can purchase on Eventbrite.
Okay.
You just have to pay the Eventbrite fees. So I think it's better to come in person because you get to see me, but you do save a little bit of money buying that way.
Okay, and also you get to see Samantha, certainly, and the Piers house.
Yes.
And why that is such a special place for our families in Onslow County. We do this event, you all do this event, this Masquerade Ball, to support Piers. And we really want to talk about your mission to build these strong family units and give parenting education. So share a little bit about the why behind the Masquerade Ball.
So we really want to support families in Onslow County and help parents be the best parent that they feel they can be. And we want to reduce childhood trauma at the same time. So if we can teach people about resiliency and ACEs, which is adverse childhood experiences, and how things that affected you as a child, how that rolls into how you parent your child, and how do we break the cycle of that, that's really what we're focused on right now in our community.
Very good. We talk about we don't always have the same foundational support when we begin our journey as parents, and you all help those folks along the way. Being a parent's not easy. It's hard work. And while there might be lots of great books about parenting, kiddos in general are all different, and they don't come with a specific manual to them.
I know that's right.
And so you all help us build that manual.
Yeah, the slogan, it takes a village to raise a child. We really, really do. Everybody at Piers wants to be a part of everybody's village to help them raise their kids in whatever manner they see fit.
And I can't imagine a more qualified, but also more devoted and loving and fun group than our Piers family. You all are tremendous.
Thank
Samantha, of course, we want to make sure everybody hold on to their Halloween fabulous mask for the Masquerade Ball. It's not a costume party. As a matter of fact, everybody comes looking pretty fabulous.
It is pretty formal. So we tell people, come as you are, because the most important part is that you join us. But for dress code, anywhere from like very fancy church to prom or military ball, it's an opportunity to, live back in your high school days and put your fancy dress on.
There's a lot of sequins.
Yes.
It looks pretty fabulous.
Yes.
But of course, get that great, beautiful mask, come out and have great food, a lot of fun, and dancing with Freeway. Can't beat it. Samantha, one more time, best way to reach Piers so that we can learn about how we can help you be part of that village.
So you can always call us 910-333-9725. We have an open door policy, so anybody in the community can come into the Piers house at any time. We can take you on a tour, tell you more in depth about all of our programs, or you can reach us at ocpiers@onslowcountync.gov.
Fantastic. Thank you for coming in. We want to make sure we get our tickets to the Masquerade Ball early and look forward to a fabulous time to support a fabulous organization.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today. And this year we've really dedicated one segment a month to those behind the scenes folks that our public doesn't always get to visit with. We have here now Onslow County Human Resources Representative Catie Schmitz and Hannah Cowen. Thank you both for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
So we've been talking each month with those folks who help us all who might front face working with the public, do our jobs better and to the best of our ability. And that really starts with you all finding the right people, the most qualified people, we want to talk a little bit about why that is so key to your philosophy.
Yeah, absolutely. So like you said, the employees of Onslow County are incredibly important. They serve the citizens and they complete the mission that we're all here to fulfill. And so that starts with human resources, partnering with those departments. We're trying to find not only the best fit to fill positions, but people who are going to bring the skills and that top talent so that we can be a highly functioning organization.
And we are public servants, right? At the core of what we all choose to do is to serve our community, serve our community members. Talk about that as a core value, because that's something that's so much a part of what we all do, is that we've chosen lives of service.
We have, and really that's a calling that people have, is to serve their community. And I can't tell you how many times we meet with applicants and we say, why do you want to work for Onslow County? And we get things back like, I have a calling to serve my community and I felt like this was the right place to do it. So.
Well, we feel it,
Yeah.
right? We feel it in the folks that you all help fill those positions with. We're going to talk about some special activities that you've got for the employees, and that starts with our Health Expo. So what have we got going on, Hannah?
So we're going to be holding our Onslow County Health and Wellness Expo October 25th. It's going to start at 10 a.m. and it will go through 3 p.m. And we have some internal departments that are also going to be there, like Onslow County Senior Services. The health department will also be there. And then other external vendors will be like Reload Drugs. They'll be offering flu shots for employees that maybe missed it when we were offering it before. We'll also have Marine Federal Credit Union.
Okay.
So just aside from health and mental well-being, maybe some financial well-being assistance as well. And,
well, you know, those kind of go hand in hand.
Oh yeah, for
right?
sure.
If we're not worrying and fretting about our financial situation or planning for our financial future,
Right.
if we're just starting our career or we're coming to the end of that career, what that looks like as well.
Definitely.
Now, we're talking about this, and this isn't open to the public, it is for our employees.
Right.
But why is it important to you, Hannah, to host an event like this for our employees?
So it's important to myself and HR as a whole, because we do have so many talented employees in all of our departments. And so this will be a day for them where they can focus on their own well-being and come and see vendors like Blue Cross and Blue Shield, MetLife, who are insurance providers, and just get more information that maybe they weren't aware of. We also share that information during orientations, but this goes a little in depth because they actually get to see the vendors themselves.
That one-on-one,
Right.
It's something to go online, and it's very convenient. You can do a lot of planning, but it's also great to just have a person there to say, hey, can you explain this to me?
Exactly.
Fantastic. And also talk about, you know, this notion of self-care makes us all work better, more efficiently.
It does. So Catie and I were actually talking about it. When our employees are able to take better care of themselves, then they can better serve the community and they can focus on doing their job so much better and providing better service overall.
Fantastic. We thank you for taking care of our employees, because that's, you know, they can do the best job and be the best that they can be. Catie, we talked a little bit about the need for finding those great employees to serve our citizens. You all also have some recruitment philosophies and methodologies that you follow. If folks are interested in working with Onslow County, working for our citizens, what are some of the ways in which you reach out and let us know that jobs are available?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we post all of our jobs through government jobs. So if you go to onslowcountync.gov, right under the crashing waves graphic is a jobs link. So when you click on that, it takes you to all of our opportunities that we have available. Those are changing very frequently. We have certain positions that are open continuously. So as we have a need, we're accepting applications and filling those positions. And then we have positions that have closing dates listed on here. We participate in local job fairs, and we also reach out to local associations, any professional organizations for the industries that we're trying to fill a vacancy in.
Okay. I like the idea of the crashing waves, because part of recruitment, Catie, that you all have to do is oftentimes our employees might be coming from other places, other places in North Carolina, other places in the country. And that crashing wave's a pretty good recruitment tool, because we get to live in one of the best places possible, don't we?
Yes, we really do.
And how much does that conversation happen? Someone, is interested in a job. How much of what you do is also talking about making this place their home?
Yeah, actually, more than you would think. We do get questions a lot about what is there to do in Onslow County. What is my family life going to look like if I move there? So we have a wonderful staff in human resources that a majority of their job is recruitment and having these kinds of conversations and telling people why they should move to Onslow County, and particularly why they should work for our organization.
Fantastic. We've talked a lot about recruitment. We've talked about how people might find out about jobs in Onslow County, but you have an additional special tool that I'd love for you to share with us about.
Yes, we do. So we get a lot of phone calls in our office about, I'm looking for this particular job, but I'm on your website and I don't see it posted. How can I get information about this job and when it comes available? So we have something called job interest cards.
Okay.
When you're on our website, there are 3 little lines in the upper left corner, and if you click on that, the drop down shows job interest cards.
Okay.
So if I'm a candidate looking for a position in human resources, but we don't have anything posted right now, I'll fill out this job interest card, say that I'm interested in a human resources position, and then one day when that position does get posted, I get an email notification that says, hey, Onslow County has an HR job available. You can go apply now.
You know what, we've all gotten those inquiries. I have this particular skill set. Do you have any openings? And sometimes it's just no, I'm sorry.
Right.
This is that next step. This is that little bit of not right now.
Right.
We don't have, not a no, but we've got this kind of this holding place for you. What a fantastic addition to the process. It's not frustrating, it's really that next step.
Yeah, and we don't want to lose that interest that they have in us. We want to capture that when they have it.
That is fantastic. Catie, thank you for that little extra piece of the puzzle. So, if I'm interested in working with us, I can look at the website.
Yes.
And I can look at, other avenues. If I'm in a particular profession, a particular trade, look there. What would you say? I'm gonna put you both on the spot. Here's that best of question. What is the best part about public service in Onslow County? Catie, you've been with us, gosh, is it
7?
7. I was gonna say not quite 10 years, right?
Not quite, yeah.
What's the best part?
Honestly, for me, I think it's putting people to work. Gone are the days where we're leaving our personal lives at the door and just coming and, doing a job. So much of what we do here at work is for our families, to support our families and make sure that they have what they need to be successful. So I really I get a lot of fulfillment out of speaking with citizens, having them become applicants and then candidates and then employees. And helping put them to work.
Fantastic. And I'm going to pose the same question for you. You don't have quite the 7 years yet, right?
Not quite. No, but kind of along the same lines as Catie, I do have a fulfillment when we're able to support our employees the best we can and their families, or even just people in the community that come to us about different questions they have that maybe we can't help with them directly, but we at least help them get the resources they need in the community.
Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you both for what you do. Thank you for what you do for all of our employees. And we're glad we could take some time to kind of look behind the scenes at the role of HR. And we're so grateful to you all. Thank you as always for joining us for Onslow County Today. And a very special thank you to all of our guests and to our friends here at the Richlands Public Library for sharing their space with us. October's a beautiful time to get out and explore. But another great way? Books. they can take you anywhere. As always, thank you to you for joining us each month. And remember to get out and explore your Onslow County today.